Very often they are defective people. Either they are people who simply can't function successfully in society, that is, they are losers or antisocial misfits looking for company, or they are escapists or adventurers who don't really want to serve our cause, but who are looking for some politically incorrect diversion, some politically incorrect self-gratification. And they hope that we will be able to provide that gratification for them. And that's the last thing in the world that we want to do. It's not just that these people who have the wrong motivations generally provide us with little benefit. They are poison to us because they drive away from us the people who really can be useful to us, the people who really can and will serve our cause. This is something that is obvious to many of the people that we want, but it took me a few years to learn the hard way to shun hobbyists, to have zero tolerance for people who like to dress up in uniforms and shout 1488 and give Roman salutes to TV cameras. And I suspect that there still are a few Alliance people who haven't yet developed zero tolerance for these freaks. And that's why I harp on the subject so often. Ultimately, we need many more people than we have now, but we need winners, not losers. If we begin tolerating the losers now for the sake of having more people, we never will get the winners. And then we ourselves will become losers. You know, people who talk about fighting the enemy in the streets really aren't interested in winning. They just get a buzz from talking about fighting the enemy in the streets. Their talk is pure self-indulgence, pure hobbyism. We're a long, long way from the point where we'll be able to gain any advantage in the streets. We may want to have a security force for certain functions before then. What will be notable about that security force, besides character and commitment, will be discipline and skill, not beer bellies and tattoos. To sum it up, the Alliance has no interest at all in the so-called movement. We're not interested in uniting with the movement, and we're not interested in competing with the movement for members. If anything, we should be grateful that the movement is out there to soak up a lot of the freaks and weaklings who otherwise might find their way into the Alliance and make problems for us. In this regard, I was sorry to note that both Aryan nations and the Church of the Creator have, for all practical purposes, died within the last few weeks, because those groups used to be magnets for people that we prefer to avoid. We can only hope that 2 or 3 replacement groups will spring up to take the place of Aryan nations and the Church of the Creator and once again draw away from us some of the defective